Hello and welcome to the Radio Scilly video news. Sign up to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Radio Scilly for updates on what's happening around the islands and video reports featuring the people and places you know. Our video report is brought to you in association with Truro and Penwith College. Read about courses and opportunities online and watch the building of the new Penwith campus at truro-penwith.ac.uk. Sign up to the Scilly Lottery and you've a 1 in 2,000 chance of winning £1,000. You can play if you live on the mainland. It helps keep Radio Scilly on air and funds good causes around the islands. Read more at scillylottery.com.
The Scilly Lottery, scillylottery.com.
The majority of St Agnes residents turned out Tuesday to celebrate the official opening of the island's reading room and refurbished snooker room. The guest of honour was the Duchy of Cornwall's Bertie Ross. It was touch and go whether Bertie Ross got to the islands because of early morning fog and travel disruption on his journey from Southampton. And Richard McCarthy commented that it was possibly a record that he travelled from St Mary's Airport to the Quay and onwards to St Agnes in just 7 minutes. Some members of the crowd must have wondered what one of the top Duchy officials made of Councillor McCarthy's prediction about the long-term future of the landowner, the Duchy, when reflecting on the history of the reading room and snooker room.
I'd also like to capture their presence on camera today, along with every one of you. And I'd like to have another 4 images to commemorate all of us here today, in the same way as I think the Western Morning News photographer did all those years ago. And who knows, in another 70 years' time, when the Dutch is long gone, no, perhaps not. The little ones here today will say...
Richard showed us how much work has been done and how much has changed.
Open to the sky, not really a loo at all. 2 separate rooms on one side, rats everywhere, falling down. 70 years of, well, not 70 years, but 70 years old and looking it. So we've had to put a new roof on both buildings. We've kept the floor here, we've kept the walls, we've kept the ceiling here. The billiard room, the snooker room is much as it was 70 odd years ago. The reading room, 100 years old, much more work to be done on that. We've had to sort of reline it, replaster it, put new lights in, just so it's suitable for a doctor's surgery. In has gone the wash basin you'll see, and it's also got to have a double use. It doesn't just serve the doctors, the GPs, as a surgery. It also serves as a reading room for the reading club, but also for the mother and toddlers. So it's a sort of multifunction room. And this too, we're going to cover the bays here so that people can play cards or have craft sessions here. We can play darts. It's a place for kids to gather without having to go down the park. And over here are the pictures from 1938.
Hang on, let's just do this one first, Richard. What's this of? So explain what this is.
Well, this is what the outside. You can see the state of the windows. One of the things I'll be paying tribute to is Johann's ability to be able to to mend these windows. Only one has been replaced. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, we had Mike over there to do the woodworm, poison all the woodworm, remove them from view. It was a real mess up in the roof. The timbers were terrible. You can see the electrics, very primitive.
The crowds gathered and had a look at the improved facilities for the island's doctors as well. Toby Dalton said what was on offer now made a huge difference to patients on St Agnes.
And now we have a couch, examination light, we have a desk to keep things, we have the national network for the NHS, which is the internet connection, so that we can call up your records and any letters from consultants if you've been away to see someone. And we have curtains in the form of nice white translucent blinds. It's clean, light and bright. And best of all, of course, we have a loo, so that, you know, if people need to spend a penny or produce a sample, we have all the conveniences that you would expect in a branch of a modern general practice.
Richard McCarthy showed original photographs of the opening day in 1938.
October 1938, when the snooker room was opened. In fact, they were playing billiards there. The Earl of Radnor, William played El Bouverie, 5th Earl of Radnor, Lord Warden of the Stannaries, taking on Sir Clive Burns, the Duchy Secretary. And we've managed, thanks to Odd Hicks and Dorothy Legg, as was then, now Dorothy Barker, to actually get a list of just about everybody who was there then. They're the only two survivors. Dorothy was 10, I think.
And just like that day in 1938, visiting dignitaries were encouraged to play a game of snooker. Original photographs of the opening day were recreated as well, with two islanders who were in the pictures as children. Dorothy Barker had clear memories of that special day.
All I can remember is sort of getting dressed up in my Sunday best. I had my best coat and hat on. And I was there with my father, grandfather, and my two brothers. And yes, I remember it quite clearly.
And Osbert Hicks remembers a massive turnout to the original opening of the snooker room.
I say a lot of Dutchy dignitaries were here as well. Clive Byrne, who was afterwards Sir Clive Byrne, Lord Radnor, and Willie Brown from the Brown family in St Mary's. He was a Dutchy agent, I think, here in Scilly at the time.
£50,000 has been raised from the NHS, from the island's GP practice, and from the Extended Services Fund of the Council to carry out the refurbishment work.
It's cost 50,000, give or take a few pennies. The Island Hall Committee, with the help of Dr Jeffries, whose surgery today, can't be here today, working today, managed to extract £5,000 from the Primary Care Trust. But the bulk of the cash came via the Council and Joel Williams, with the help of the Extended Services budget.